I guess poker night will never be the same again. Oh, it just looks so good. What? What's up, everybody? Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. So today is a special day and a special episode, and here's why. Mail. You guys know I love mail. You love watching me open my mail. I say it all the time. Now this I actually have already unboxed, but this is a package from my friends over at Doc's Playing Cards. Doc's has been really good to me for quite some time now, but if you didn't know, they also dabble in other accessories that go very well with playing cards. So we're gonna talk a little bit about all of that today. Before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, intro.
Let's go.
Alright, so as I said, I did already open this. I'm sorry, I couldn't wait. I had to know what was in here, and I was thrilled to find what I found. So I'm gonna share that moment with you guys. However, one thing I have not done is use anything that has been sent to me yet. So I've opened it, I know what's in here, but I haven't used it yet. No, Kier, stop talking, let's get into it. Here we go. Alright, now there's a couple things that I'm gonna show you in here. Okay, so the first one, this is the new Latin Quarters playing cards by Doc's Playing Cards. This deck is, in my opinion, a huge step outside of what you would normally see from Doc's. Being that in the past their specialty has been more cardistry related and also a little bit more simple in terms of those minimalistic casino style designs. This deck, though, offers something a little closer to like a Theory 11 type style. Every single thing on this tuck case is detailed to absolute perfection. This tuck box was actually hand assembled by the folks over at Doc's Playing Cards in collaboration with everybody that helped on this deck. It's done in completely black matte finish with gold and red ink. And this tuck case is definitely a work of art on its own. So there is specific attention to every single square millimeter of this deck, which I really love. I'm not gonna do a full-blown review of this deck because it is not out or available yet, but just to give you an idea of what it looks like, it is printed by the United States Playing Card Company on crushed premium stock. The back design is also made up of gold ink with a black background. It is a two-way back design that lends itself very well to magic or cardistry or an amazing game of poker night. The detail in each Joker is magnificent. I mean, you can really see how much work went into producing an image just to fit the motif of this deck. The Ace of Spades is easily my favorite Ace of Spades from any deck produced by Doc's, and to be honest, it's probably one of my favorite Ace of Spades produced ever. The rest of the deck is fairly standard, but you can notice some customization on the court cards in terms of color, and the pips have some Latin Quarter scroll work on the inside of them, just to make it all a little more interesting. Other than your Ace of Spades, your other aces are all power aces. They have a Latin Quarter scroll work inside of each design. You can see the fleur-de-lis inside the hearts and clubs, and you can see the Latin Quarters logo monogram on the inside of the Ace of Diamonds. You also get a custom Latin Quarter seal, and again, this entire deck is riddled with details. I would like to do a full review of this deck at some point, so if you requested enough in the comments, I will definitely make that happen when the deck becomes available. Absolutely love this deck. So they sent me a couple of these. I think I got 4. Yeah. So I got 4 of the Latin Quarters playing cards. I will definitely be filming some stuff for Instagram, taking photos, things like that. Truth be told, I would buy this deck hands down, whether it was from Doc's, Theory 11, Illusionist, Riffle Shuffle, doesn't matter. I would buy this deck. I love it. All right, now the other thing that we got is something that, in my opinion, it transcends just selling playing cards or just producing a deck of playing cards, because one thing that people love is community. They love being a part of something. They love getting together with friends and family for drinks or dinner or whatever. And for me, growing up meant playing cards, whether it was cards that my grandpa created or learning how to play Texas Hold'em. Playing cards with my family has always been kind of a big part of my life, and it's something that in recent years I haven't really been able to do. Here's what else we got. We have this golden package, and within it, oh god, these are sick. We have the Latin Quarters dice. These dice were also expertly crafted. They come in this amazing contrast of black and white with this beautiful gold engraving with the Latin Quarters logo. I mean, truth be told, I don't play a lot of games with dice, but the weight of them feels really good. I love the size of them. There's, I think, a lot of application here for a lot of different things. I mean, even for things like sleight of hand, you can find something to do with these dice for sure. I don't know how the angle looked on that, it was terrible, but just to give you an idea, there's a lot that you can do with gaming dice, and especially for all of you poker lovers out there. This deck with these dice feels to me, very classy, very like the Gentleman Wake type, like that level of class. So there you go. What we're really gonna be doing today is taking your first look at the Latin Quarters poker chips. Now this was something that excited me as much as the decks, and that says something because I'm a card guy. But these poker chips are stunning. They're absolutely stunning. I love every single detail about these chips. I really think that in the poker chip community, there is a lot of details that people are going to be looking for. So I'm going to try to give you as honest of a review as I can in terms of things that I think are important for poker chip collectors. Starting with just the overall feel of the chips, they feel amazing. They're nice and weighted, a little bit heavy, which I like. These are made out of ceramic, and you can see, I mean, the detail on each of these chips is exquisite. You can really, really tell how much work went into this. And I know I keep saying that, but it's just so amazing to see how much work came out of this and how good it came out. Look at that. All right, the denominations that they're gonna come in are gonna be 1. The red one is 5. Ooh, I love that red, it looks so good. From 5, we get the green one, which is 25. Then we have the black Latin Quarter chip, which is $100. It looks so good. This one actually might be my favorite one. We have the blue chip, which is worth $500. Ooh. And finally, we have the orange, which is worth $1,000. Something else that I will say about poker chips is that they are very fun to fidget with. So if you know how to like roll coins on your knuckles, I'm not that good at it, but that's something that's fun to do, but as well, they're just fun to play with. They're fun to flick around, and the weight of these is actually very satisfying. And I'm sure a lot of you don't know what I mean, but I'm sure some of you also do know what I mean. When I say that the weight of these is satisfying, I mean, it's like holding, it's a little bit lighter than maybe like a $50, like a JFK 50-cent piece. So it's light, it feels good in the hands, but ooh, I just want to play poker. I want more of these so that I can show off some of my skills. Shuffling chips. If I have a big enough stack, I can do it with one hand, but in such a small stack, it's more difficult. The thinness of these poker chips is pretty standard, which I like. They're not super thin, and they definitely don't feel cheap. I would imagine that these were probably not cheap to make because of the craftsmanship that had to go into them. Now, the other big thing that I think is really important to keep in mind is that for you card collectors out there, there is a lot to be said for not just having a really sweet deck of cards, but having a really sweet gambling set that you can have over for poker night, something that you can have out on display. Like I definitely am gonna have one of these decks, the dice and the chips, out on display somewhere in my office. They just look so good. I genuinely think that we could have an entire conversation about these chips. If I were to compare one of the Latin Quarter chips to a standard like ceramic poker chip that you can pick up like Walmart, or I think I got my poker set that I have now, I think I got like at a gift shop or something, but you can see the difference in quality even from this side. So this one's a little bit thinner, probably a little bit, I would imagine that's from a factory mass produced. These were made in a mold, which is really nice. These are super light. They're not plasticky, but they're super light and they feel cheap is all I'm saying. They have a very lackluster design. I never really put much thought into it, but I would so much rather play poker with chips that look like this. They have clear denominations on them. These ones have no denominations, so you have to interpret it by color. But these are just visually pleasing. What's really nice is if you hold them together, they're completely flat. They don't move at all. So these chips are 100% flat. There's no off center, there's nothing in there that makes the chips wiggle around. That's pretty legit. That is pretty legit. It's the small things that go into producing a poker chip. Very similar to a deck of cards. This is something that has to be designed. It has to be manufactured, and there's definitely times when you can tell that the quality is of importance, and then there's times when you can tell that it is not important. So for my friends over at Docs, Mike, whoever produced these poker chips, pay the man. These are amazing. I absolutely love them. Talk about gentleman wake style. You got one of the classiest decks of 2019. You got amazing custom ceramic poker chips, and you have custom Latin Quarter dice. This is a part of what I suspect will be an amazing poker set that is available, similar to like the Guess Fontaine poker set, but sexier. Well guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode and my review of the Latin Quarters poker chips, and my snap review of the Latin Quarters rolling dice and the new Latin Quarters playing cards. If you guys have any questions about this stuff, please let me know in the comments, and also if you like this type of content, for example, me reviewing products that are maybe accessories related to playing cards but not just playing cards, definitely let me know that down below. I am absolutely stoked on these poker chips. So as soon as more become available, this will be my go-to for poker night, absolutely. All right, as well, here's what we're gonna do. If I can get 50 likes, that's 50 likes on this video, I will teach you guys a tutorial that you can see in the B-roll where we can change a poker chip into a playing card or vice versa. So if you guys are interested and would like a tutorial on that, it's a very cool trick. It's good for the camera. As well, I might use these for some coin magic tutorials in the future. So if you guys are definitely interested in that, let me know down below. 50 likes. Also, I'm doing a couple giveaways right now. If you are new to my channel, you haven't seen anything about it, I will make sure that they are somewhere in this space right about now towards the end of this video. All right, guys, it is also my wedding anniversary weekend, so I am probably gonna be signing off. So the last update I have is you can expect some more content coming from Slow Hands Playing Cards very soon. In fact, we've already sent out the prototypes to a few creators that I'm very excited to work with, so be on the lookout for that. Very exciting stuff. Make sure you follow our Instagram, all of that. All right, all that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.